we started our implementation prior to COVID. With the pandemic, we had to quickly pivot to a remote option for continuing the project. It was very challenging because you don't build those relationships. Co-ops are really built on that relationship. You have that face-to-face interaction. So despite all the impacts that COVID had, we met our go live dates. We went live with the full product suite over the course of 3 weeks on time, no delays. Clay Electric is one of the larger co-ops in the nation, so we tend to have a lot of challenges in workforce management, optimization, automation around a lot of our processes. A lot of the software solutions that target our particular sector aren't always scaled to meet our needs. Part of the goal of looking at the NISC solution was to look at an enterprise integrated solution to try to separate from that necessarily best of breed integration heavy environment into an ecosystem that's already integrated and functions together. But one of the things we learned through this process was, even though we were moving from this maybe best of breed point solution, we really found a software solution that in its own way was a best of breed solution for our organization.
For our office, I think the going from manual paper to more of a digital automated process has been beneficial. We used to run collection through a paper system. So we would print service orders. Those would then be given out to the meter readers at the time to do disconnects. When we went to NISC, we also had integrated AMI system. So with the two programs, we are able to now be able to disconnect and reconnect from the office.
NISC does a really good job of when they see a hurricane that's coming our direction, they proactively reach out. We start having conversations about what we need to do to get the system ready. NIC really steps up and makes sure that we're in a good spot to handle that storm situation, but then also is kind of riding that through that storm with us.
We have an EOP plan, emergency operation plan. Once we go into a named storm, that goes into effect. Of course, staff establishes when that's going to be. We have outside crews come in to help restore power. Prior to NISC, it was all paper. We weren't able to look up to see where other fellow employees were working in the area. So if a trouble man's out working trouble and he's getting ready to heat up a piece of line, he can look on NISC on the AVL side of it and see if anyone's in his area. It's just an extra safety precaution that it provides for us. As far as the paperwork, everything's real time. We don't have to turn a piece of paper in, have somebody close out the order, close out the piece of paper, and send to somebody else to have some more work done. Everything's in real time, which is a huge benefit.
NISC has provided us with a Smart Hub application. We have created our own app called My Clay Electric. So now members are able to create a login and log on and see their daily usage. I think it's been very beneficial for a member to be able to track what they're using. If they call in concerned about a high bill and wanting to talk about their bill, we both can now look at the same thing while we're discussing. They can pull up the app, look at their daily usage, when that's exactly what we're looking at, to be able to help them work through to solve their problem. If they do have a problem with an AC unit or a water pump, you are able to show them, they can see it and you can see it, when their usage spiked, and be able to walk them through that. Another thing for Smart Hub that has been very beneficial is our outage notifications. Before, we did not have any kind of notification. Now we're able to email or text you to notify you that we are aware of your outage and or if your outage has been restored. So I think that's been very beneficial to our members.